Okay, and with my handy dandy little flashlight, we're walking back to my bee yard here. And yes, this giant tall mulberry, I do need to prune it down. I'm going to chop about probably 3 foot off of it. And this is the humongous oak tree, and I know you guys really can't see too much through the camera, but just trust me when I say that I am trying to just scan the branches just to see if I see a swarm. Again, my bees for some reason love this oak tree, probably because it's close by the vicinity. So if a colony does swarm, they're not that entirely far away. If you all remember my previous videos, there have been times where I've literally pulled out 7 swarms from the tree in a period of 10 days. Here are the beehives. So let's just go take a little closer look to see if anything is going on. Okay, so we have this packed little nuke here. This is going to be the next nucleus box that I transfer into a 10 frame. They're going to be a double stacked, so on the top box I have the medium shorter frames. In the bottom we have the deep frames, and this colony is just packed. So right now the bees are primarily just hanging out at the entrance. This colony here I definitely need to split. This was the hive that not too long ago you watched me do an inspection. It's a double deep with a medium on the top. I still need to come back this weekend and do a reversal, which is basically move that bottom box up to the top, and the top will go to the bottom. Walk around this way, and this colony here, again, it's a double deep. This is one of my oldest, strongest colonies that I've had for, geez, this must be going on 3 years now. So I really do need to rifle through, make sure there's enough space, make sure that this colony is not getting honeybound. We can see they got a good bee population. Okay, this colony here in the middle is doing amazing. Again, it's another double deep. There's a medium size, shorter frames on the top, and it's very likely that I also need to go through this box. Right now, I'm just waiting for my equipment to arrive. I have 10 more deep boxes on order with 100 more frames. So that way I can start to rotate these boxes out. This colony, again, has been kicking for at least, maybe 2.5 years. And it's always been really, really strong. And again, we got a big old cluster of bees at the entrance. And one thing that's hard for me to describe is the smell. Right now, it's the smell of ripening nectar into honey. It's really unique. I can't describe it. The only way I can describe it, or that you can relate to that, is by having a colony of bees. It's just it's a fantastic smell. Every time I smell it, it's just a smell of a lot of honey. But listen to the bees. Now, could you notice the bees fanning their wings at the entrance? The bees will blow air into the front of the hive to help aerate. So let's go check out these ones in the front. Now, that nucleus box is just an empty box that I had a spare frame. We just transferred this colony from the nucleus into their larger box. I mentioned in my last video that I put a medium-size, shorter frame box on the top. So that's what we see here. But this box here, I don't believe there's going to be any bees in it unless a colony moved in, which they did not. And that that comb has fallen right off the frame. So I'll have to go in there and clean that out tomorrow. And that was the reason why I set that frame inside that box, is because the foundation was pretty much just falling out of the frame. This colony here, this is 1 deep on the bottom, and this one has 2 medium-sized boxes on the top. I really want to use those medium boxes on my other colonies for honey. So my plans are to give this colony a brand new deep when I get them put together. You can see how the equipment is kind of fading away. So we're going to do a little rearranging. Alright folks, so I hope you enjoyed my little nighttime bee checkup. Again, it's more of an entrance observation, and I'm checking for swarm clusters. The reason why I do that again is if I do find a swarm up in that oak tree tonight, that would give me plenty enough time to wake up early, get out here at the crack of sunset, and get those bees out of there and get them into a box. But so far, so good. My swarms could have gone elsewhere, so depending on the next inspection is when I'll find out if they swarmed or if they created queen cells. And I do plan to bring you along for the ride. So take care, keep tuning in, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you on the next video.